Uh, Good day, viewers. I am here again to continue the series I am doing on how to measure preliminary items. If you are just watching my video for the first time, my name is Canis Andutan and I'm a quantity surveyor. I did promise the last time I treated the plant and equipment, I said I was coming back to treat the fueling. Ordinarily, I would have taken those two items together, but for better understanding, that was why I promised I was going to do the fueling separately. But for those that are watching my video for the very first time, I want to do a recap for us to know where we're coming from. These were the list of items I said, the typical list of items in the preliminary bill that you often see in any conventional bill, and we're able to deal with site management and administration, plant and equipment, site accommodation, telephone, uh, office furniture, and computers. If you have missed out on this, you can visit my page, which is www.youtube.com/ at quantity surveyor made easy underscore 2014 to watch how we arrive at these figures, the 400 and the 407 million, the 785 million, the 129 million, the 42 million, and the 8 million, 23 million. Now we're going to be talking on the fueling. And you remembered, if you can remember, if you have watched the video concerning plant and equipment, I said the fueling is something we needed to take very serious because the cost of fuel sometimes go as high as 50% of the cost of the rentals. That if you don't give it attention, you're going to run into problem during the construction phase of the job. So let us just go straight on to the to the teaching. As you can see above is the plant and equipment that I took us on the last time, where we arrived at 588 million, which you're going to see here. The dry cost, which is the direct cost without profit and margin, profit margin, it's a 588 million. That is what you are seeing here. So what I did is to copy the whole of this, copy it all, then I brought it down to the below the plant and equipment. Then I deleted the crane. The crane depends on the generator to work, so it does not need fuel. I took out mill scaffold, facade scaffold, mill scaffold, acro. I took them out because they don't require gas oil. Then the rest ones are left. Then some of us, if we are not too fast to catch, will be wondering that why suddenly uh, the the one we're seeing here now is changing to figures that are in their thousands. I will explain. You know, every equipment from the manufacturer manual, it has a consumption, hourly consumption. From the hourly consumption, you can calculate to know what is the daily consumption and like that. And as the plant is getting older, we the consumption rate will increase. So just have that at the back of your mind. I'm not saying that when you're doing your calculation, but if you know the kind of plant you are renting, because the plants are already either old, definitely their consumption uh, ratio will not be the same. So for me to explain how these figures came about, as we can see, the forklift uh, As we can see above here, the forklift was to be deployed to a site at month 3. And that is why you see the fueling will start from month 3. And as you can see from the cell I just clicked, you are seeing a 80 and a 26. The 80 represents the daily consumption of the forklift. That is complete day consumption. Why the 26 represents the numbers of days in the month. Somebody will ask, why is it not 30? Why are we having 26? Because 4 Sundays are in 1 month. If you take out the 4 Sundays, you're going to have 26 days. That's why you have 26. So 80, which is a daily consumption, multiplied by 26 gives you what the monthly consumption will be. So the forklift consumption is 2,800 for 1 month. For the period of month I have planned for it during deployment, that is the same period of month I'm going to plan for the diesel. And another thing, point of note is this. You'll be wondering, why am I having this figure lesser than the next figure to it? Because here, for the excavator, my planning was it was going to come in at the mid-month, at the middle of the month. So which means it's going to only be on site for half the month. That is why you're seeing the daily consumption, which is 150 multiplied by 26 divided by 2, gives you what the half the month it will consume. Why the rest months are complete? That's why you're seeing here where you have the excavator, you have 4 months complete, and here you're having 4 months complete diesel. So you shouldn't be surprised when you're seeing some cells with a lesser figure. You should know that it's either the plant is coming in not for full month. That is why you're seeing those figures in that manner. Then there is something I just realized that I did wrongly, which is the cost of the project trucks. The project vehicle are fuel, not diesel. You can see the pickup is supposed to be 950 per liter. The project cars, which are usually cars, 950 per liter. Then the compactor plate is fuel, which is 950 per liter. Why the rest plants and equipment, they are all diesel. That's why you're seeing 1,000 and 1,000, 1,000. So at this column, you now see liter per month, the number of consumption of liter per month. So if you now, no, this is per year. Sorry, per year. Per year for the duration of the project. So you now sum up all this consumption for each month. It will now give you, like the forklift, it's going to consume 16,640 liters for 1 year, multiplied by 1,000, give you 16 million. Then the air compressor is going to consume 11,700 for 1 year by 1,000, gives you 11 million. So as you can see, I have 431 million as the cost of fueling alone. And like I did said, if you're attentive, I said we should be very careful that this item of cost, that is the fueling, is very expensive, and sometimes it can be as high as 50-60% of the plant cost, depending on the kind of plant you are using. Look at what I just did. I tried to know the percentage of this figure to the cost of plant, even though I have not removed those few items like the crane, 56 million. Let's even say I take the 56 million out, and I'm taking the mill scaffold, acro. I'm taking these ones out as well. So you can see that the cost of the fueling is even more, is higher by 3%, by 4% than the cost of the equipment. So that is why you don't joke. You don't joke with you just dealing with the plant and without considering the fuel. So you can imagine if you have omitted this aspect, you just went all about taking the price, because basically even outside, when you go to hire plant from a renting company, you are sometimes they tell you you will provide the fueling. They only just charge you for the equipment alone. Sometimes they will build up the rate together with the fueling. Why they are doing this is because they don't know the extent of your work. So they want you to take charge of the fueling so that if they might not know if the equipment gets to site, it's going to work all through without even having one time to rest. So that's why they are leaving out the cost of fueling and asking you to make provision for that as they stay on your site. So you can now be making sure that they utilize the fueling appropriately. Let me return back those figures I took out so that we can continue. So now that we have gotten 431 million as the cost of fuel, we come to the first summary sheet. We link it to the location where the fueling is. Just like I did said, this item ought to have been together. They are not supposed to be separated on the preliminary sheet. You just see plant and equipment, meaning that the cost of the fueling and the plant is supposed to be together. But I did this just for us to have a better understanding. So, and after getting this is the dry cost column. This is the selling cost column. You multiply your dry cost by your selling factor, which I treated. I told us how we arrive at this selling factor, and you now get a 575 billion. You link it up to your fueling, link it up to your fueling, column, you now have 576. So if you sum these two figures, you are going to be getting 1,360 million for plant and equipment. So that is why we needed to take it serious. Please, if this video has taught you something and you want others to share from what you have gotten from this video, please do share it to friends, link friends to my page for more videos that is educative concerning quantity surveying. After the preliminary items, I'll further continue to expose us on how to price. We are just doing the preliminary items. We'll go to the direct cost. I'll take a typical bill, even though I'm not going to price the whole item. I'm just going to take a bill that has excavation, concrete, reinforcement, say some finishing items, and I'll price it so that we can link it to this missing figure. As you can see in my selling sheet, I have direct costs, I have indirect costs. We're only just treating the indirect costs. So the direct costs, I'll do that after I finish pricing all of this item in the sheet. So please, you keep a date, always keep a date with me. Keep a date with me to ensure that you follow me as we go on this journey of trying to enlighten us on how to price preliminaries and other things that the quantity surveyor does in his profession. Thank you for watching.